Alright, what up you guys? Welcome back to another one of my videos. Today we're going to be doing a review on the Liege military smartwatch for men. It is a 1.39 outdoor circular smartwatch. It has health fitness trackers, 5 ATM waterproof. It's got 100 plus sports mode tactical pedometer smartwatch, and it's for Android and iOS. It is going on Amazon right now for $59.99, and I will leave a link in the description below, so that way if you guys are interested in purchasing this item, all you gotta do is click on the link, and I might possibly end up getting a small commission if you guys do end up purchasing it. Now, quick disclaimer, I did receive this product in exchange for my honest opinion, and that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be reviewing this item. I'm going to tell you what I think. I'm going to give it to you, lay it down for you guys exactly the way I see it and what I think about the watch. Now, right off the bat, the watch, this is actually the package it comes in. The watch is here. The middle thing is actually empty. Now, in this bottom square here, when we pull out this whole entire thing here, there's the thing with the watch. There's a paper insert there. You actually get a thing to take out links in the metal portion of the watch. Now, I have not opened this yet because I'm saving this for more along the lines of when I go out to do nicer things. But because I do a lot of sporty stuff and a lot of working outside, I opted for the rubbery type of material band. And I've actually been enjoying that one. So you get the two bands, you get a whole bunch of extra clips here. It looks like there's 3 in there, so 2 for the metal band and an extra one. You get instruction manual, and you get this little card here that has a microfiber, a dust remover packet, and you also get a warranty card here. It says international guarantee. We issue a guarantee for a period of 24 months from the date of purchase. If you have any concerns about our items, please give us a chance to make it right. So 24 months, that's pretty good. 2-year warranty, super good. Now, moving on. That's what you get in the packaging. Now, when you first turn on the display, you're gonna not have the custom background. Now, there is an app that you link to that is called Fitness Pro. Let me check. What is it called? FitCloud Pro. Now, on the FitCloud Pro app, you're going to be able to select a dial, and we'll get into that in a little bit here, but I just want to go through here and show you all the faces. This is the main screen. This is your fitness activity tracker. That's going to tell you your walking, your how many calories burned, and your distance that you've walked for the day. You can actually scroll up here and get a little bit more in-depth review on this screen here. It's going to tell you your average for the week, your 24-hour steps, so on and so forth. Going over, we have the weather. It's going to tell you about the weather today. Now, this watch here does not scroll up and give you an in-depth weekly forecast like my other cheaper smartwatch does, which I will show you a comparison to here, but that is this one here. Now, next screen over, we do have a music controller, so if you're playing music on your phone, you can actually have media audio come out of your smartwatch, so you can actually listen to and change and control your phone music right on your smartwatch. Super cool. And you also you can have your talk stuff come out of here too. So if you're on the phone call, you can actually call somebody directly from your smartwatch right here, just like in the James Bond movies and everything else. You could be like, oh hey, what's going on? Can I order a pizza? Yeah, I'd like pepperoni and all that good stuff. No, I don't know, whatever. But moving on. Anyways, after that you got an activity thing. This is where you pick your activity that you're going to do, and it's going to track your stuff. Now, this one has a very limited here. As you can see, I can scroll all the way to the bottom very quickly. There's maybe only about 20 or so activities on here, and it's kind of a little bit of a downfall compared to the other one, and I'll show you why here in just a little bit. But this one has a beats per minute tracker here. It's going to track your heart rate, and also you have a sleep pattern thing that you can also scroll down and get a little bit more in-depth view. And also the beats per minute also will give you heart rate zones. I'm in the warm-up zone, but it's probably saying that because it's not on my wrist. Now, and you get a 24-hour kind of average. So my average, it says 80 beats per minute over the last 24 hours. And those are your main screens. Now, we can hit the back button. Go. Oh. Oops. And 2 little data to save. Oh. And oops, I accidentally started an activity. Didn't mean to do that. Anyways, when we are back on the home screen, if we swipe from the left to the right, we're going to open a little menu on the side here. This is going to give you your recent, and it's going to tell you your time, the date, your recent apps right here, time, date, recent apps. It's going to give you also your weather and a little thing here to where you can open up the phone, the thing where you can turn on your call audio and your media audio. And that's basically, the media audio is where if you're listening to music on your phone, you can turn that off if you want it to come through your phone speakers, and or turn it on if you want it to come through the watch. And it'll tell you if the K52 is connected. Now, if we scroll from the top, we get the menu here. Now there's a full-on range here of menus. You got the time in the middle. It shows you your battery indicator. There's also, it tells you if you're connected here with these 2 little icons here. You have your brightness, your settings, your find your phone information on the watch, a flashlight. You can turn this on, boom, it illuminates, looks like a flashlight, super cool. It has a same thing, audio connector thing. You have the do not disturb, which is a little moon here, and then you have a battery thing that will turn on power saving mode and disconnect the watch from your Bluetooth to your phone. And that's pretty much it for the settings. Now, if you go in depth, your settings is going to have menu styles, display, battery, vibration and ringing, language, QR code, down key settings, password. You can actually lock this thing to have a password. And you have a system settings. Now, I'm not going to get super in-depth with every single feature on the watch, but I just want to give you a quick overview of what's going on there. Now, if you scroll up from the bottom to up, it's going to open up your messages. Now, as you can see, these are messages from my smartphone. Now, you can get SMS messaging on here, but you can only read them. You cannot text back on the smartwatch. There's no feature to do that, and you can get push notifications through apps, so Facebook, Instagram, all that kind of good stuff. You're going to be able to get your push notifications. You're just not going to be able to message them back until you actually go on your cell phone or smart device or whatever you're using, okay? I got the Google Pixel 6a here. This is my device here, so if I get a push notification saying, oh, hey, add this new friend on Facebook, I have to actually go on my phone here and add them if I choose to do so. Now, one last thing here. When you're on the main screen, if you hit this bottom thing, it's going to shut your watch on and off. And you have this cool little button on the top called Open. If you click this, boom, it's going to take you to this. It's basically like opening an app drawer on an Android device. You're going to open up your app drawer, and there's all these things here. Now, there's 3 different styles of menus you can have here. And these are all the apps that are in the smartwatch. And I will go through a quick list of them. We have telephone, contact person, call records, voice assistants. You can actually use your phone here with the media. Now, if I go back to, I'll give you guys a quick thing. I will connect the media audio, right? Okay, I turn the media audio. Watch how cool this is. All right, you guys watching? I'm gonna open this up. I'm gonna hit voice assistants. Now it says tap the voice bowl to ask again. So you're in the voice assistant mode. Now we can go here. Now watch this. Hey Google, what's the weather going to be like tomorrow?
Tomorrow in Defiance, it will be partly cloudy with a high of 84 and a low of 61.
High of 84 and a low of 61. Pretty good. Now, my smartwatch was actually supposed to answer that. That was actually my Google Home Mini over there in the corner. And apparently it's gonna, but basically your voice assistant is gonna come out of the watch. That's what I was hoping it was gonna do. Normally it would do that, but my Google Voice is actually just, the pickup on that is a little bit too strong for me to do it probably. But anyways, that is a feature. I have tested it out. It does work. Okay, now moving on. We have data, workout records, heart rate. Now sleep, I already showed you those two. Now this actually has blood pressure reader, monitor, and it also has a blood oxygen. Now this one actually has in your faces, where you're swiping through your faces, this one actually has those two, the blood, the heart rate monitor in one of the faces. And I'll give you a quick little comparison here. Here's the blood pressure monitor, and this one actually has even a body temperature. One will tell you your body temperature, and it also has a blood oxygen face here. Measuring failed. Wear your watch close to your skin. Keep your wrist still. Yeah, it's not going to work obviously because of the simple fact it's not on my wrist right now. But that is a difference between some of these cheaper square kind of models versus this one. Now I'll show you where this one kind of has its benefit. This is a little bit more expensive watch than this one, but I'll give you guys a couple little comparisons here. Oops, I'm holding it upside down. I will give you a couple little comparisons as soon as we get through this list here. But okay, we got the blood oxygen, we got the messages, we got weather, female, I think that's for like menstrual cycles or something like that. So if that's something that interests you, you might utilize that app. I don't use I've never opened it, so I don't really know what's in there. Who knows, there might be something else in there. I don't know, hard telling. But there's a music control app, a breath training, so you can do breathing exercises. You have a stopwatch, a timer, alarm clock, collection code, business card, set time. And the business card, I believe, is like some sort of QR code that you can actually send people. You can actually pop up a QR code on your watch, and they literally can just scan your hand with their phone camera, and I believe it will take you directly to that. So like, oh hey man, hey, what's your Facebook, man? Or do you got a Facebook? You got a Twitter? Can I check you out on Twitter? Oh yeah, here, sure. Boom, boom, boom. Pop up my Twitter QR code. He literally just scans my wrist. Boom. It'll take him literally right to my Twitter, whatever. And I'm pretty sure that's how that works, but I haven't fully tested that out yet, so I could be wrong. If I am, leave a comment in the section below. Let me know. And there's set time, calculator, find my phone, and last but not least, settings. In order to check out the settings. Now, that is a basic overview. I'm not going to get super in-depth on every single little feature and stuff on this app, but that is the features of this watch. Now moving on to construction quality. The watch itself feels really super sturdy. The sensor on the back here is a nice glass covered, and it seems really nice. Now one of the coolest features on this thing is the charging method here. The charging method here is literally a magnetic thing. There's a little thing that hooks up to a USB just like normal, and it literally just, as soon as you get it close to it, boom, it snaps on here, and it's just this little thing that lays across these things. You don't have to put in no housing, you don't have to do no special stuff. You literally just pop it on there, it starts charging your watch, you're done, boom, it's done. You pop it right off, you slap it on your wrist, and you're ready to rock and roll. Now with this being kind of like what do you call it, marketed as like a military kind of on the move, kind of for people that's like, hey, I got work to do, you know, I don't got time to sit here and like put my watch into housing and all this junk. Super good benefit to the watch. The housing itself, it seems to be made out of some pretty durable stuff. I think the top here is made out of some sort of anodized aluminum or something, or possibly some sort of metal alloy that I'm not sure. And the back has like a really nice hard plastic. And the bands itself, it says 22 smartwatch. So I'm assuming that these are 22 millimeter bands. If you need to order some sort of extra bands for these things, I think they're going to be the 22 millimeters here, possibly. But the bands itself, the super rubber construction, seems real super heavy duty, and they feel really good. I think they're nice, and the clip feels good. I haven't tested out the metal one, which I will do so maybe stay tuned for that in a future update. And stay tuned for like an update on the longevity and all that good stuff. But that's pretty much it for this watch. Overall, I highly recommend it for the asking price that they're asking for it. I think it's definitely, you're not going to be disappointed if you end up buying this watch. I do recommend it. Now, if you are looking for a budget watch, a budget smartwatch, just kind of bare minimums, you kind of just want to test out the world of smartwatches, this is a really good choice here before jumping into, like, say maybe a Fitbit or a Garmin or Apple Watch, or just something, one of those really expensive $300-400 smartwatches. Now, given that those have a lot more features than this thing does. Now, this is kind of a bare bones minimum smartwatch, just as this one is, and I'll kind of tell you the difference here. This one is a little bit cheaper smartwatch here, and there's a lot of these smart square kind of little smartwatches, different name brand ones that you can actually get for between $20 and $40. And I think this one's a little bit more feature rich, and the app that you control this watch with is a little bit clunkier. Maybe not. It seems, it's just different because I was kind of used to this one, I guess, but it seems a little bit clunkier than this one. Now, I'll show you a thing here. The only difference between, this is almost pretty much the same exact UI. You have the swipe from the left to the right to open your little thing. Same thing, you open up your different watch faces. Now, this one actually has a face for calling, which this one does not. It's also got it does have a weather one, but this weather one you can scroll up and get a weekly forecast, which that one does not have. Now, this one also has a blood oxygen face that this one does not have, and also a blood pressure face that one does not have, and a body temperature one that this one does not have. Now, this one completely does not even have the body temperature feature, from what I know from going through the watch. And also, it's got the sleep, which is the same thing. And you can add and minus components here, and you can actually put a training one on there, but I don't really keep the training one on my front face on this one. But you swipe down from the top, it's a little bit clunkier here. In the settings here, it's a little bit clunkier. So, but the thing is, the housing on this one feels, it's a lot smaller. When I'm wearing this thing, it kind of feels tiny on my hand compared to this thing. This is a big, honking, really nice looking. This one's definitely going to turn some heads, where this one's kind of like, it's a smartwatch. You know, the guy's got a smartwatch on, whatever. Where this one's going to be like, whoa, I wonder what kind of smartwatch that is. Now, this one, the construction on it feels really nice. Now, one other comparison from these is the custom background screen on this one. When you go into the app to change on the cheaper one here, you're going to get a little bit more options. You're going to be able to change the color of the letters to whatever you want, or the numbers or letters to whatever you want, which on this one, you're only kind of stuck to a set like 6 that they have. And you can kind of move the position to where you want it, but you can only have like 4 or 6 different positions, where this one, I think you have a little bit more versatility on what you can do there. So that is another thing to keep in mind in comparing these two watches here. Overall, super highly recommend it if you just want like a beginner watch, but just keep in mind that you cannot send text back, you cannot check your Facebook on here, And I think that is, and you can't message people back and forth, you know, like through actual apps, which I think on some of the higher end smartwatches, I think that might be a feature. I don't know, because I don't own them, but I think that's a feature. I'm pretty sure I've seen on a couple advertisements before, being able to check like your Facebook or Messenger or Instagram or something like that on that. But anyways, if you guys like my review, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, leave a comment down in the section below if you guys like it. If you guys have any questions on this watch, leave them below and I'll try to answer them as best I can. And stay tuned for the next one.